Hey everybody, I'm David with Bolivar Live, and once again, I'm here with Landon for Home Builders Talk, and we're in the new studio this time.
Looks nice.
New display. We've done a lot of different changing, and you and I were talking before the show about why I don't have this and that, and it's all integrated in, and we have to take it in steps. A lot of people are going to smart panels now on their homes.
Well, most people are going to some form of a smart switch or something like that. But the panels are what we're going to talk about today, and it's kind of how we kind of bring the whole house automation back into one hub.
One hub. And when we're talking about when I say added features, a lot of the switches is just you can turn it on or off.
Yeah.
You can turn the AC on or off, or maybe up and down. But this smart panel goes even one step or two steps deeper.
Yeah, so we work with a lot of stuff from the IBS Builder Show, but we also work with a couple other builder network things. And HomeSphere is a company that we use, and they put on a kind of like a conglomeration of all the different trades that they work with, and they invited us out, I don't know, probably 6-8 months ago now, out to Arizona. We went out there, we met with a bunch of different vendors, whether it be shingles, light switches, siding, deck boards, different things like that.
Did you play golf while you were out there?
I did.
You did, okay.
But it was one of those things where I wasn't sure really how much I was going to get out of it. But I always say when we go to these things, we got to try to find one thing. Mm-hmm. And this time it was this smart panel that we came back with. It was something that's it's a Swiss-owned company. They're bringing it back over here. They own a large electrical manufacturing company over here. And what it was that I really liked about it is the fact that it was a smart panel. It wasn't a smart switch. It wasn't any of this. This thing actually controls the entire house, or parts of the house if you want it to. This goes back to what I used to do was work in the pool industry, and Hayward had a smart panel that I could control everybody's swimming pool from wherever I was at any time I wanted to.
Right.
So I was kind of familiar with the idea, but this took it so much greater detail that it was really kind of cool. They had not even, whenever we met up with them, they had not even got it over here to the U.S. yet. They had been using over in Europe a little bit, and they got it over here, and we were the first one in Texas. I'm about 100% certain we were the first one in the United States, but I didn't say it on social media the other day because I didn't want anybody to call me out. But talking with the reps and everybody else, they flew guys in from North Carolina, from over in California, so that we could all come over here, see exactly how this thing was set up, how it needed to work, make sure that my guys knew how to wire it all. But essentially what it is, David, is you're able to hook up your AC systems, your water heaters, your appliances. You can hook up to 12 different circuits. And some people will say, well, I don't need to turn any of that stuff off. But we have a storm coming, you're going to need to turn that stuff off. You don't want to get it zapped. You don't want surges or anything like that. We've seen some of those issues down here. We don't have a lot of them now. That's great. Energy's done a great job of kind of limiting those now. But they still happen, and they can happen. And the biggest thing about this is you're able to monitor everything. Like I'm talking about down to the wattage that your house is bringing in right now, this very second. And then it updates now. And it updates now. And so it's one of those deals, it's all on your phone. So we hooked it up on a customer of ours house that was from over in Arizona. We told her about this. I said, you're going to be my test dummy. But what I really wanted to do is she flies in probably once a month or so, and I want her to be able to utilize this system to be able to see how much power she's using while she's not here. And that's great.
And since it's not a switch,
yeah,
this could go on. Can it go on after the home's built? Say someone built a home a year or so, because this is actually going back to the panel.
Correct. This wires up underneath your breaker box, and it wires in with your breakers. So essentially, like a smart switch just turns off that switch. This is shutting down a breaker, and also, without actually tripping the breaker.
And it's also telling you your refrigerator used 950 watts. Yep. And you can, for an investment home or a home that's in the rental pool, you can get because everything's about cost. Yep. Making sure you're charging enough. You can tell exactly what that home cost you that day
or that week or that
a
month or whatever.
and be able to look at it from year to year. Is my insulation not doing the job? I put a new AC unit in. Is it really saving me money?
Or,
you know,
or hey, we've got a storm coming up. We know the fridge is clean.
right?
We'll clear it
Let's
out.
Turn it off.
Let's go ahead and turn it off so it doesn't get fried during a storm. You know, water heaters. A lot of people run electric water heaters around here, and that's not a bad thing because propane's expensive. And so if we don't have a propane tank, we got an electric water heater. Okay, let's turn the water heater off anytime there's nobody coming in. Somebody's coming to check in at 4 o'clock today. All right, we'll turn it back on at 8. They'll have hot water before they get there. As soon as they leave, we turn it back off. We're not burning that element. We're not heating hot water that we don't need to. And we're not having to actually go there and manually turn that switch on and off.
Especially if people in the wintertime,
Absolutely.
people don't come down and knock on wood. We don't have a freeze.
Yeah.
There's no use to running your water heater because it's cooler down here, so it's going to run more. That, you know, even if it was just $3 or $5 a month that it saved you, over time that can add up.
Well, here's the deal. It's not only just the $3 or $5 a month in electrical. It's also the elements that continue to burn throughout that heater. So as those go out, you're going to have more problems, which is also going to turn into sediment down in the bottom of the water heater, which means that you're going to have to replace it quicker. It's a combination of things. And what it does is it really just allows the customer to be able to control the house. And you're able to control it from wherever you are. And that's I was sitting at Parker Lumber the other day and I was talking with her and I was like, look, I want you to turn it off right now. And she turns it off and it comes up on my phone.
That it was turned off.
The water heater's turned off immediately. And then so you're able to see, like, the refrigerator was pulling 58 watts in just normal mode. But then when the condenser kicks on, it's pulling 396 watts.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you're able to see when that happens. So if you're not renting the house and nobody's living there, why do we need to run the AC at all times?
Right.
Or, excuse me, the refrigerator at all
Right.
times. And so, like, the AC, you can program your thermostat to come on at certain times, but I walk in so many of these houses where, you know, the ACs are set up to 80 degrees. They might as well be off. I mean, but you're still paying for the wattage that comes into it, and then when it kicks on, you're going to pay for that as well.
Someone told me one time, an AC guy, and I don't know if this is true, you always need to run because of the humidity here. 74 degrees is the lowest, 75 is the lowest for humidity to keep the dampness out. But a lot of homes now have dehumidifiers on.
You can put them in.
You know?
It's one of those things. We're so human now. You just need air circulation. Like I talk to people all the time about leave the doors open, leave the fans running. Like we just want that air to move. I don't care if the AC's running or not. If you don't have a return duct out of those bedrooms, you're not getting that air. You're getting you're just circulating stagnant air down there.
Right.
So, but it's one of those deals. This smart panel was really something that we, you know, thought was going to be think it's going to be a great thing down here. We're going to start putting it in some of our spec homes whenever we feel the need that this will help this situation. And truthfully, it's really geared towards those short-term rental people that are looking for ways to maximize profits or just save on the stuff that they have in the house right now, whether it be the water heater, the AC unit, whatever it may be. So.
What the biggest thing I saw whenever we were talking about it is you don't have to go out and buy a bunch of different switches. You buy one unit because it's before the switches.
Absolutely.
It's at the control panel. So for someone that built a home and now maybe they want to do some upgrades on it, this is a way to upgrade and not have to go through and say, okay, I need this many light switches, I need this many sockets and stuff. And so, well, if people want to get more information on it, how can they get hold of you?
You need to give me a call, 409-313-3383. I know it's a lot of threes, but we'll figure it out. You can go on the website here. Or social media, you can find me there. You can. It's one of those things where I know more about it than even the guy who installed it.
Because you did the research.
Because I did all the research and the legwork to get it here. And they did a great job of putting it in, but it's one of those things of, it's kind of what we do. We talk about it a lot. We've talked about it a lot on your show about how we go and find the new things.
And that's when you told me that, the first question I asked you was, did you find this at one of the builders show you went to? And you said yes. So that's part of being able to build a custom home. Make sure you know what the newest items out there to make that a custom home.
They're creating them daily, and it's one of those things that's why we go to so many of them, and we go to it yearly at the IBS, is so that we can find
The new
products, because so many things change in 12 months. You know what I mean? And so we want to go out there and we want to stay on the forefront. You know, we're only bringing things back to Crystal Beach that we feel like benefit us, but at the same time, you know, it's just staying on the forefront of things.
Right. Great. Well, remember, we do this show every Tuesday at 11 a.m. where we're always talking custom homes, maybe a spec home for sale, or a product that they use in their custom homes. We've been working with Landon now for going on 2 years, and enjoy the shows and enjoy the information we get from them, and hope you enjoy it. We're going to head on out. We'll be back next week. I think we're going to showcase a spec home. Until next time, I'm David with Bolivar Live with Landon with Prestige Custom Builders. Y'all have a great day, great week. Come see us. God bless, and bye-bye.